Matt Santacapita from the Santa Sells Houses team, and I'm jumping on today to talk about how has the recent Bank of Canada rate hike affected home affordability. So on September 7th, we saw the Bank of Canada announce another rate hike of 75 basis points or 0.75%. And essentially that has taken the bank prime rate up to 5.45%. Now, what we've seen is this has caused a reduction in purchasing power for when you're purchasing a home of anywhere from about 3 to 6%. So to put some numbers to that, because again, percentages are always kind of hard to understand when you just throw them out. So essentially, if you previously were qualified for a $305,000 mortgage, that's now down to about $295,000. 375 would move down to 360, 595 would move down to 575, 640 would go to about 615. So you can see that it's clearly that is going to have some effect on the Canadian housing market. It is going to cool the market more. The other thing too from there is like, okay, what percentage of sales are we going to see decreasing? And quite frankly, I think when it's all said and done, this fall, I don't think this is going to occur right now, but I think once we get, call it end of October into November, I think it's fair to say that we're probably going to see anywhere from a 30 to 40% reduction in sales due to these, maybe not so much this one, but also the coming rate increase. Combined, they'll have about a 30 to 40% reducing effect in sales. So the other thing that gets missed quite often when all these rate hikes occur is, okay, so you've got the bank rate, bank prime is 5.45, and you've got a variable rate mortgage and a fixed rate mortgage, and whatever those rates are. There's also the qualifying rate, and this is where I think things are going to start to get a little more complex for people. So the qualifying rate now has gone up to 7.2%. And so that's up 75 basis points. So when you get a mortgage, and I'm just going to use 5% as an example. If you've had a 5-year fixed rate mortgage and you're qualifying and that rate is 5%, or that stated rate is 5% of what you could expect to get based off of your credit score, you actually have to qualify at a rate of 7.2%. So every time we see a rate increase, we see the qualifying rate increases along with it. And at some point in time, that is going to be what starts to really cause, call it the grease to be removed from the gears of the housing industry in Canada. So the other kind of key part of the announcement that has come out now that we're, 24 hours into this rate hike is the Bank of Canada has also suggested that this year they're going to be doing another rate hike. And as of right now, they're expecting it to be another 50 basis points. And that will take place in October is when the next meeting is for rate hikes. So back to the current qualifying rate of 7.2 right now. Well, if they go up another 50 basis points, that's now going to 7.7. Okay. Now, what is going to be the key driver if they make a 50 basis point increase, or, who knows, maybe they surprise us and scare us and it's 75, or maybe it ends up being less and it's 25. It's going to all come down to the August inflation numbers, which come out on September 20th. So that's going to be the big number that we need to be paying attention to is Canadian inflation rates. They have said it over and over. They need inflation down closer to 2%. So if we see that inflation's picking up, that's probably your best indicator to suggest that we're going to see even higher rate increases. But if we do see at the same time inflation starts to drop, that would be the indicator that, in the end, we're going to see a slow down or a less intense rate increase. So again, it's Matt Santacapita from the Santa Sells Houses team. Hope you found some value in this video.